If you're watching this video, then chances are you've attracted a narcissist or multiple narcissists into your life. And I want to talk a little bit about being a narcissist magnet and the traits that make a narcissist gravitate towards you. Because being a narcissist magnet can be quite punishing, especially if you don't realize what's happening. So I'm just going to go through some of the key traits that cause them to keep repeatedly coming back. And the first one, and this may not come as a surprise, are people who are too high in empathy. Those people who have too much compassion, they care too much. They want to see the good in people, and they believe everybody is inherently good. The problem with that is everyone does have the potential to be good, but some people have just cast too much darkness over the part of them that does have that potential to be good. And people who are very high in empathy tend to think, oh, I can change that person. I can make the person see their worth. So what narcissists like these people, because they know that if they're with somebody who's very high in empathy, and they show that person here and there a part of them that the empathic person might warm up to, it can even be a broken, innocent part of the narcissist, the broken child, or maybe the narcissist can, demonstrate a feeling of happiness that's short-lived that the empathic person picks up on. Because the person would have caught glimpses of that, and they don't want to give up on people because maybe they feel it's their mission to help, to care for, that compassion trumps all darkness. It's that naive way of thinking that narcissists just love because for them that just means they can get away with anything. As long as they give a crumb of positivity here and there, a crumb of hope, the empathic person sticks around. And that's why narcissists love people who are high in empathy. Of course, if you're high in empathy and you're wise, you've awakened to this whole aspect, which is some people live on the dark side. It's their way of life. It's manipulation. It's the only way they know. They don't think there's any other way to live their life. And it's almost like they have to be reborn, like a rebirth. You can't change them. But narcissists like it because they know that certain people, the empaths who are not wise as to their ways, the inexperienced, the unawakened empathic people, that they can get away with so much. Another thing that narcissists like are people who are people fixers. People who just, they think that if there's somebody who's broken, that person, the people fixer, has a certain stubbornness about them. And people fixers tend to be high in empathy as well. And they can be very stubborn, thinking that, no, if somebody's broken, I have it in me to fix them. I must have it in me to fix them. I can show the person, I can help them navigate their own challenges to get out any darkness that's been holding them down. I can demonstrate by example that it's okay to open up your heart. Or I can help demonstrate to them that they don't have to be held back by their trauma, whatever trauma they lived. People fixers tend to be very stubborn because they take it personally. They almost feel like if there's somebody who has a problem, and then in this case, it can be a toxic person, and if they can't fix that person, it's almost like they failed. It's almost like the people fixer's own worth has been devalued because of that. Again, it's being naive. It's not understanding what narcissism, what extreme manipulation, living in that kind of dark sphere as a way of life is all about. And people with people-fixing tendencies, they tend to mellow out over the years, over the decades, after they've realized that certain types of people they can't fix. And the root of the people fixers problem is people fixers want to fix other people, but they don't They can't fix themselves. People fixers are broken themselves because they can't accept that they don't have their own demigod qualities to be able to fix the impossible. They don't accept that there are certain things out there that are outside their power. And that's why people with extreme people fixing tendencies are broken, because they can't accept that they don't have a superpower. They have to believe they have a superpower to feel good about themselves and to change the world. And it's that own shortcoming, which means they end up sacrificing their own well-being, and they sacrifice their own qualities that could otherwise be used to help people, including themselves, because they keep throwing good money after bad until they lose their own resources. But you can see why narcissists like people fixers, because they insist on trying to fix the impossible. And from the narcissist perspective, that's just good supply. That's as good as it gets when it comes to narcissistic supply. The person's energy and life force is being channeled all towards the narcissist. And the third and final trait that I'm going to touch on here, but there are others, it's just people who tend to be very forgiving. Because, of course, it's important to forgive and forget. And if you're dealing with a healthy person and somebody upsets you, you forgive them. The person will probably feel very much relief about of the forgiveness. They'll be apologetic. They'll mean it. And whatever contention or whatever altercation you may have had, both of you will probably try to make changes and make amends to prevent things from going sour again, from preventing future problems. But the narcissist, when you forgive the narcissist for anything bad they've done to you, it's just proving to them that they can get away with anything. It's just a license to abuse. So when you forgive a healthy person, it's an opportunity for reconciliation and making amends. But when you forgive a narcissist, you're basically showing them that they're super powerful, that they can be unfair, mean, abusive, and using people, and they can get away with it. You empower their most toxic traits. So those are the only three I wanted to touch on today. People who are overly empathic, people who have people-fixing tendencies, and people who are too forgiving. And if that sounds like you, and you're watching this video, then maybe you can understand why you've attracted narcissists into your life, and hopefully you have an idea what you need to work on to help yourself. Thanks for watching.